Hello and welcome to the beginning of our pre-algebra review notes. So the real number system is what we study in Algebra 1. When you get to the opposite of real, imaginary comes much later in Algebra 2. Real numbers can be split into two groups. Numbers are either rational, they can be written as the quotient of two integers as a fraction, or they're irrational. They cannot be written as the quotient of two integers. If it's a decimal and it's rational, it either terminates, ends, or repeats. An irrational number in decimal form neither terminates nor repeats. Can you think of a number that is irrational? There are lots of correct answers, but one that you've heard a lot about in the past is pi. Because pi is approximately 3.14. It goes on forever. It never terminates. It never repeats. But a rational number could be something like a half. As a decimal, that's 0.5. That terminates or repeats. Well, it just terminates. What's 1/3 as a decimal? 0.3 repeating. You only need one digit of 3. You don't need two. Anything you can possibly write as a fraction is rational. So I could write the number 5 as 10/2. It's rational. Irrational will always look a little weird. Other examples would be things like square root of 3. What number times itself is 3? It's not 1 and it's not 2, it's somewhere between. Back to the rational numbers. Every rational number can be written as a fraction. The next group inside of rational numbers is called the integers. These have positives and negatives, but no parts. They're whole numbers. Because they're an integer, they're also rational. They're inside that group. So like -3 is an integer. It's also rational. Positive 18, 0, all are integers. The next smallest group are the whole numbers. Here I said positive and negative whole numbers. Whole numbers are 0 and positive. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it goes on forever and ever and ever. The smallest group, again, whole numbers are integers, and whole numbers are rational because they're inside the group. They are a subset of the larger group. The smallest group is called the natural numbers. Sometimes people call them counting numbers because you count them on your fingers. Oops, it already has that, sorry. Natural numbers are the smallest group. They start with 1 and go up forever.